Hi everyone, Becca here. Today I'm going to show you how to make cheesecake. Let's get started. First off, for the crust, I'm using graham crackers. You can either put them in a bag or use your food processor and make them into little crumbs. Then I added melted butter, just mix that in together. And then in the pan, add some oil to the bottom with a parchment paper. And I like to add a little bit of oil around the sides as well to keep the mixture from sticking. And add in all the graham crackers and pat them down with the back of a spoon. If you want to have a higher crust, then you can make more graham crackers and add more butter to how high you want the crust to be. And bake that in the oven and let it cool while you get the rest of the ingredients ready. So in the bowl of a stand mixer, put your room temperature cream cheese, and I mixed that together. Then added in the powdered sugar and regular sugar, and just mix that together until you have this nice smooth consistency like this. This is using a stand mixer. You can also use an electric hand mixer. And later on I'm going to show that you can actually do it all by hand just using a whisk. So it's all the same steps. So just make sure it's nice and smooth like this. And then I'm adding in the lemon zest and lemon juice, vanilla, and also the heavy whipping cream. Make sure you have your mixer turned off when you add in the heavy whipping cream. And then just start off slow and let it incorporate before you turn the speed up high again. So the same with if you're doing it by hand with just a normal whisk or spatula, I use the same soft cream cheese, room temperature cream cheese, and I added in the powdered sugar, get that all mixed in well together. And then the only difference is I separate the two sugars. I don't do them all at once. So I did the powdered sugar first and then the granulated sugar. And just as with the whisk, take your time and just make sure everything gets mixed in, all the sugar is dissolved, and it should be like this nice creamy kind of frosting consistency. And I added the lemon juice and lemon zest and mix that in well. And then the same with the vanilla, add the vanilla extract and mix it in well. Add the heavy cream and mix that in as well. The same, take your time, you don't want to get heavy cream everywhere. Now everything is the same if you're using a hand mixer, a stand mixer, or doing it with a whisk. After you have all that ready, you can taste and see if the taste is good for you. And then add in the cornstarch because you don't want to taste raw cornstarch, so make sure you taste it if you want to before that. And after that's mixed in well, you see no lumps. Add in the eggs one by one, mix them in well. And then you have this nice consistency that has no lumps. And you can add that to the cooled crust that you had already made earlier. You can tap it and let the bubbles out and then bake it for 10 minutes at 350 and then continue baking at the lower temperature. And this way it really helps to prevent the cheesecake from cracking. You should still see a little jiggle in it when it's finished. And I let it cool for about 10 minutes in the oven before I went around it with the butter knife. I feel like this also helps to prevent it from cracking. And then I put it back into the oven with the door cracked. I normally wait for about an hour before I put it into the refrigerator and leave it in the refrigerator overnight. And you let it cool overnight before you remove the cheesecake from the baking pan. So this is the next day, and you can see the cheesecake did not crack. It looks beautiful. It came out super easy. You can eat it as is, serve with some fruit, or I made a quick strawberry jam. Either way, enjoy!